Welcome to YouTube on a Budget, my brand new channel where I'm dissecting the success of my very first channel, The Wastewater Enthusiast, where in 5 short months I made it to 1,000 subs, and just 3 months later I'm sitting at 1,988 subs, so pretty much 2,000 subs, and I have been accepted to the YouTube Partner Program. Now I did this on a very, very limited budget, okay? So what we're gonna be talking about today is the 2 pieces of equipment that I purchased right out of the gate, a $35 investment that got me to 500 subs, and then another piece of equipment that I do believe helped get me to 1,000 subs faster, but it may or may not be appropriate for what you're doing. The next thing we're going to talk about is my philosophy on minimal editing and how I don't believe high quality editing is important for certain niches. Some you actually do, but I'm not in one of those, and you might not be either. And the third thing we're going to do is I'll do a screen share and take you through the analytics of my YouTube channel, The Wastewater Enthusiast, and kind of take you behind the scenes on what's working over there. Okay, so first thing we're going to talk about is gear. I already had an iPhone 15 Pro Max. I didn't have to buy a camera. So if you have a modern smartphone, it's probably already enough, okay? So do some trial and error with the gear you already have. I wouldn't go out and buy like a $600 camera. Just see what you can do with this. The camera technology these days is nuts. Even if you have a 13 or a 14 or a Samsung equivalent or whatever, give it a shot and see how you like the video, okay? If it's suitable for what you wanna do, then giddy up. You don't need to buy another camera. The other thing I purchased, I actually already own this. The first thing I actually purchased was my tripod. I needed something to hold it, okay? And this thing was $25 on Amazon. It's got a little holder here for the iPhone. It's spring-loaded. And I've dropped this thing off a 2-story building. I've been very rough with it, and it's great. It's not broken. It works just fine, okay? 25 bucks, Amazon. Just put in tripod for iPhone, and it'll pop up. The next thing I needed, so if you actually go to my channel and watch those first 2 videos, I used a built-in mic from the iPhone and it was not good audio quality. So I had a buddy actually watch my video and said, hey, you might look at a microphone. So I found this little ditty on Amazon for 10 bucks. $10 for a good microphone. This is a pretty decent microphone. Now, since I've upgraded, and this was a birthday gift from my mother-in-law, I probably wouldn't have bought this for myself. It's a better quality, admittedly, but this didn't get me to 1,000 subscribers. This did, okay? Something to be aware of with this, make sure I actually bought the wrong one at first. This is Lightning Jack. My particular iPhone uses USB-C, so just pay attention to the input. And the other thing is that if you're a loud talker like I am, you don't want to project your voice too closely to this because it'll blow the mic out and make a staticky sound. So just do some testing with it to make sure you're positioning it properly on your lapel or wherever you're putting it. Okay, it's perfectly fine. $10 on Amazon, pretty great. Now, those 2 items got me to over 500 subs. I had a buddy give me an idea, and it worked really well, okay? It was to get a GoPro. So this guy right here was 200 bucks. Totally worth it for what I do. I take people on through my plant, my wastewater treatment plant. I'm actually pulling pumps apart and doing things like that. I'm also doing treatment process stuff, and that immersive point of view is really good. If your channel's not focused on stuff like that or can't benefit from it, I wouldn't worry about a $200 GoPro, okay? It's just really, I found it was worth it for me. So you could very well, I guarantee you on the $35 investment, I would have made it to 1,000 subs. I do think the GoPro propelled me a little further though. Again, very specific to what I'm doing though. If you're doing a different niche that doesn't need point of view immersion or couldn't benefit from it, then don't worry about the GoPro. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is minimal editing. As you can see, this room is not a studio. There's a big bright light over my shoulder right here. I'm at work. I'm on my off time doing this at work because my house is so loud and busy. And when I'm home, I'm a family man. I'm not doing this type of stuff there. I need a place to do it, and it's here. And I just believe that if I'm engaging enough and I can actually get my point across in a clear way and I entertain my audience and the information I'm giving is high quality, I don't need to spend a ton of time editing all the minute details. And I'm going to demonstrate this on my screen share when I take you through my top content. There's a video that's an absolute home run that it was just me and a marker, okay, and a whiteboard. And it was the information and how I presented it that was the most important. So I'm a very minimalist editor because I don't have the time to learn all this editing software. I use iMovie Editor in my phone. It's perfectly fine. I've not had any issues with iMovie. It's really great. I actually tried to use DaVinci Resolve, which is free, and I was like, man, this looks a little too much for me. I'm a simple guy. And so I just went back to the iMovie editor. So anyway, I hope the editing helped. If you have any questions about all that, please plop it in the comments below. And now let's move on to our screen share segment. Okay, now here we are at the analytics for my channel called The Wastewater Enthusiast. There's my face up there in the upper left-hand corner, lifetime over here in the right-hand corner, January 15th through September 11th, 2025. So right at the 9-month mark. We've gotten 68.5 thousand views, 3.6 thousand watch hours, and I am in the YouTube Partner Program. I'm just a couple hundred hours away from the 4,000 to share in ad revenue, plus 2,000 subscribers, really 1,988, but that'll probably cross the actual 2,000 threshold tomorrow or maybe even today. It depends on how the algorithm pushes my videos. Before I go through my top content, I would like to ask if you're getting anything out of this, please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and let's help you guys build a channel on a budget. So coming down here, we got my very top content is a short called Water and Wastewater Treatment Plant Operator Exam Tips. I just give a test tip, and 9,300 views, and it's gotten me like 150 subs. It's got like a 98% like rate, 200 something likes, and I think a few people didn't like either my face or how I talk. I don't know, because the tip is solid. Almost no editing. Everything I used in here was on the YouTube Shorts editor. Super simple. Right here, my very top long form video is 2,254 views, and it's Why Become a Wastewater Treatment Plant Operator. It's me talking at the camera for however long I talked at it, with a little bit of music to fill in the dead spots from the iMovie editor, okay, free. I got a couple videos that did really well. That number 5, the trickling filter, number 8, the pumps, that was 2 videos I did with the GoPro on, and people really liked the immersive experience, okay? But the one I really want to put an exclamation point on is the wastewater whiteboard right here, where I've gotten 1.7 thousand views, 232 watch hours, and 52 subs, and my engagement, if you want to come look, 100% like rate, 76 likes, okay? And it's me and a whiteboard and a marker. That's it. There's no editing. Let me go back. I did this in one take. I didn't cut any of it. I literally just uploaded it from my camera roll, and people love it because it's high quality information and I stay engaged with the audience, okay? And that's kind of my point. If you have those two things, if you're able to present in an engaging way and you have information people want, you don't need all the fluff. You don't need all of that editing and pouring over it. I just throw stuff on YouTube and people watch, okay? And if they don't, all right. I'm not losing any sleep over it, okay? So anyway, I hope all this helped. I hope the whole concept helped. If you have any questions, comment below. If you think I can do something better on my channel, please put in the comments below. I'm an open book. I have no ego about any of this stuff. I just think some of my tips could help people. Have a great day, everybody.